What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new A24 film, Midsommar, directed by Aster, the man who directed Hereditary, a very divisive film that I really loved. And this movie stars Florence Pugh, Jack Reynor, and Will Poulter. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. In this film, we follow a character named Danny, played by Florence Pugh, and she's going through a really devastating loss in her family. Her boyfriend, played by Jack Reynor, and his friend, played by Will Poulter, etc. They decide to go on a vacation to Sweden. Little do they know, in Sweden, they're going to this festival that is held every 90 years for this cult. And little do they realize this is a pagan cult, so you obviously know some stuff is going to go down. So I was really excited going into this movie. As I said, I really loved Hereditary. I thought Ari Aster, his directorial debut, was fantastic. And Toni Collette's performance in that is seriously incredible. I gotta say though, walking out of Midsommar, I felt disappointed with this movie. I didn't like it as much as Hereditary. I thought Hereditary was a much better film. Better directed, better acted, better story all around. With this movie, something felt off to me, and I'll get to that in the negatives all around. I didn't hate this movie. I didn't think it was awful in any way. This is the best shot film I have seen this year so far. The cinematography in this movie is so good. Like, all the lighting looks great. The Sweden landscapes, this location. It's that Ari Aster shot film where we see a camera moving and it goes closer and closer to the point it wants to get at, just like we saw with Hereditary. The cinematography is just like that, where we see something and the camera gets closer and closer. Sometimes it goes past it, but it hits it right on the target. Florence Pugh gives a really good performance in here as Danny. I thought she was great in Fighting with My Family earlier this year. She's a breakthrough actress so far. You really feel for the things she's gone through. But we'll talk about her character in the negatives, but for me, I thought the performance she gave was totally real, and even though she cries a lot, you still kind of feel for her, and I did. Jack Reynor was good as well, Will Poulter great, and I really like the score as well. Just like in Hereditary, it's really unsettling and also peaceful. The way Ari Aster combines the peaceful parts of the score as well as the serious parts. Something felt off with the story. I felt like it wasn't earned. For me, I really like when character developments are really at their fullest arc, and with Hereditary last year, I felt like each character had a motive and a story, and that arc felt completed. Like Toni Collette's character, I really cared about her. Millie Shapiro as well, Alex Wolff, like that family was going through a lot. This movie also tackles grief, but I felt like the stories weren't completed fully. With Florence Pugh's character, yes, you obviously feel for her. She lost a family member. And the stuff she goes through, I wanted it to be better developed. Jack Reynor's character as well, not fully developed, not there. And the friends are there as well. Also, the storytelling was kind of clunky in certain parts and too overly serious and too far there. Like, there's two scenes in this movie that I felt were going a little too far for where the story was going. And for me, cult movies, when they do that, it just gets under my nerves and I can't really get behind it. And there's two scenes in this movie where I felt like puking and couldn't really stand the direction where they were going. I've had 2 days to process this film, and I really didn't know where my stance was in some certain things. And now I've come to realize where my stance is. I felt really underwhelmed with the overall story in particular. I felt Hereditary had a story where you understand where each character was going and you could see what the final conclusion would be. With here, it just didn't feel like that for me. The ending wasn't earned and it felt underwhelming to me. They should have taken out a lot of scenes that happened in the final act that just felt too long for its own good. In the end, guys, Midsommar is a well-directed movie and it's very creative. I will give it that. We've had a lot of sequels and reboots, so it's good to finally see a unique film out there. But the comparisons to The Wicker Man are definitely there for sure, but I'm not going to downgrade it for that. Just the story didn't feel completed for me. I didn't really fully care about the characters. This film's going to be divisive. If you love this movie, that's awesome to you. But for me, I can never see myself watching this movie again. So with all those things being said, guys, I'm going to give Midsommar 3 out of 5 stars. Okay guys, that was my thoughts on Midsommar, but the most important question is, what are your guys' thoughts on Midsommar? Did you love it, think it was okay, or did you absolutely hate it? Let's talk about it down below in the comments. Thank you guys as always for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!